What's going on, people? It's your man, the White B. Once again, big shout out to my dog, Jan Golub, for coming through and boosting up the coins. So, we got an update. Leaked. Breaking news. 3.5 weeks late. Bash. Regarding Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn. This fight was slated for September 20th. Now, Turkey's come out and aired out Chris Eubank Jr. essentially and said he's not interested because Eubank Jr. is faffing. Alright, let's get straight to the quotes from his turbulency.
Responsibility, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, since it seems like you're no longer interested in Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn, can we really get that Shakur fight? Is that something you like or you don't like for...
No, it is not. We stuck today. We closed the date. We know that in that schedule, the fights must happen. If someone not commenting this is not our job. We are not charity, you know? They doesn't comment and they doesn't understand the chance what we give in the table. This is their mistake, not our mistake. We have a lot of people on the line waiting for the opportunity. We will go with people who think and understand what we are doing for them.
What's the situation with Floyd Schofield? Do you care to comment? Can we ever see him on a Riyadh season?
Okay, so essentially, Eggy Hearn's come out, and I believe there's no smoke about fight. I do believe it's Team Eubank, but rightfully so. Team Eubank, they were with Ben Chalong. Ben Chalong's going through it. Yeah, he down bad. He need a Mossad op stat, and that's what he need. He needs something quick. He need to make him do what it do, man, because he down bad. Right? This is. I think there's been some anti-Septicism going on against Ben Chalong, man. That's how it like been done to me, man. Ben Chalong needs to go to the government DEI office here and put a claim in against Sky. It's antiseptic what's happened there, for sure. No doubt about it. Allegedly. Anyway, the reason I bring in Ben Chalong is to say that we don't know. Eubank alleges, I'm a free agent, but you just don't know how much that's playing a role. Ben Chalong is putting down the hatches in as much as Dave Allen versus Jamie TKV. That should have been the fight happening. Ben Chalong said, no, we're doing Fraser Clark and TKV. Right, that's no, I don't want to see Fraser Clark at British level, although he didn't win a British title, but still. And his bones are soft, so it's probably best. It wasn't nice seeing that on TV. Yeah, it really wasn't. That felt gladiatorial. So if you got soft bones, you probably should fight a guy who can't punch, and you only got to worry about a jab from TKV. So yeah, he probably should be fighting for a British level. That's more or less his ceiling, I'd assume. Anyway, the point is there promotional issues here with Chris Eubank Jr.? We don't know. I'd have assumed, though, Eubank Jr. is a big enough of a star, who he certainly was when he joined Boxer. You'd like to think his people got things in place where if you're not with Sky anymore, we're out of here, which was the case for Buatsi, and Buatsi's nowhere near the level of Eubank Jr. So you'd have assumed Eubank's telling the truth and he is a free agent. So put that to one side. It's most likely not promotional issues. And besides, Ben works with Turkey. Turkey almost transcends promotional issues. Unless your name's Jarrell Miller, that is, though, to be fair. Anyway, what's my point here? The other potentiality that's going on here, there's been some murmurings about November, but Turkey made it pretty clear 2 weeks ago. We've got a schedule. We want it on September 20th. That's when it fits for us. Which, to be fair, makes sense. Why? I think the issue with Turkey is, as far as this Eubank Jr. and Hen fight goes, he wants it on September 20th. Again, why? Eubank's team, allegedly, they're pushing for November. Turkey don't want to do a stadium fight in the UK in November. It's not the same. September 20th, it's still going to be the summer-ish. Well, whatever you call this. I'm not complaining though, it's too hot, man. It's too hot. But anyway, I like this mid-weather, man. It's way too hot, man. This skin's, look at this here, man. I've been walking in the sun, yeah, look. Yeah, it's in my shade up, man. Yeah? This sun, yeah, it mess up. Come on, bro. It's messing my shade up with the white girls. That's what it's doing. So don't play with me. The sun can't play with me, man. I'm in the big house. Yeah, I'm in the big house, man. Catching no sun rays. Keeping it light. You best believe it. What was I talking about? Yeah, November 20th. The sun's going to be gone. It's going to be freezing cold. It's been done before, but I guess that's... Turkey's kind of like... Because why else would Turkey really... Why would he really care? Doing a stadium fight in November. It's just a bit like... do you know what I'm saying? It's not the same as doing it in the summer. Plus, they fought in April, right? So how many months? It's only 5 months, though. And it was quite a tough fight. So, Eubank's team could be forgiven for wanting to November. Also, though, most likely, from what I'm hearing from people close to the situation, leaked sources, obviously it's due with the weight class. Eubank Jr. believes after winning, and after almost expiring on the operating table after the fight, he can't do 60 no more. And listen, from what I saw in there, I didn't see a man... If Conor Benn was laying it all over him, and then after 6 rounds, Eubank's legs give out, I'd say, well... Conor Benn's earned it. He wore him out, right? But I didn't see that. I saw Eubank chilling, and then his leg just cut out, right? It wasn't because Conor was smashing him up. Point. Clearly dehydration. Yeah, and it wasn't... I don't like seeing a man get beat because he's dehydrated. He's already 36. Conor Benn didn't look that small. Conor Benn's main issue wasn't that he was small. He was hopping around like a jack-in-the-box, not doing nothing. I don't think there'd be an issue with them fighting at 168, bottom line. They're both going to make heap loads, a truckload of cash. Conor Benn lost anyway. I don't think the fact that Eubank's at 168 means Conor Benn's cute enough not to get stopped. And he's arguably skilled enough as well. He's quick. Very quick. He just wasn't putting that quickness into effective output. He was shadowboxing. Using all of his explosive energy, he's shadowboxing, man. Right? So I don't think Eubank at 36 going to 168. I guess Conor Benn can't really inflate anymore. So I get it from both sides. I get why Conor Benn wouldn't want to do that. After all, Eubank Jr.'s team, they should have already agreed. Maybe they do 160 and no rehydration clause. There's got to be some. Eubank Jr. won the fight, man. Yeah? If Eubank Jr. had lost, I'd be saying, listen, man, you got to run it back on the same terms because you ain't got a leg to stand on. But when you're the winner, Conor Benn should really... Well, then again, he's lost, and he's thinking, well, I lost with the worst Eubank we've ever seen, and one who ain't got no gas after 6 rounds. What are the chances I beat someone with more gas? But that's, listen, you're getting paid 10 million. 10 schmillions, large. I'd get boxed up for 10 million. Benn can still go back down to 147, right? And Eubank's about to exit the game. This fight's literally going somewhere. So really, if I was Conor Benn's team, and who knows? Maybe Conor Benn does a bit better this time. Maybe it wasn't the weight, right? Because Eddie Hearn says, it wasn't the weight. He had a Gucci top on. Well, if it's not the weight, cut the rehydration clause and run it back. Oops. In theory, Conor Benn, who is the younger guy, less experienced, who's now gained experience, gained another 6 months of age, he should be the one who should improve from that fight. Eubank, apart from the hydration situation, which could be a big edge, to be fair, because he did look awful in the back straight, which is never... Normally, Eubank's the guy just getting going after 6. He was hanging after 6. But Turkey don't seem to be interested. At the end of the day, he don't seem to be... He's not... I haven't heard him call for... I thought that Eubank Jr. looked drained and I want him to go up in weight. He hasn't called for it. So he's not likely to deviate on Iggy Hearn's contract, and hence he's happy to bin it off. So where we sit right now is Team Eubank happy to proverbially sell their souls? I'll take the 10 mil and just do exactly the same thing. I mean, he could, right? He could get away with it again. And if we knew he could get away with it again, then do it. The question is, if you lose to Conor Benn because your legs fell off, could you live with that? Because Conor Benn won't tell you that. Conor Benn will say, yeah, he was pumped. Oh, he had his Gucci wallet on, and the Gucci wallet was £16. Yeah, that's what he'll tell you. Oh, he was so... I've never seen him so hydrated in there. Listen, I watched Chris Eubank Jr. walk out, man. I watched him in the dressing room. He's like, Daddy, give me the water, man, give me the water. In the ring, he's like, give me the water. I was like, whoa. I've never seen someone gasping for... H2O before. Never like that. Swear down. Normally fighters are quite conservative. They don't want to be bloated, but he was gasping for a drink, man. For real. The last thing I want to say on the Turkey note was what? There's some Turkey bars there. Yeah, he feels like Eubank Jr. is playing around with it. Clearly they had a contract in place, and whether it's the date or the terms, Turkey ain't appreciating Chris Eubank Jr. reneging. Which is, listen, this is business at the end of the day. We questioned, the logical ones of us, we questioned why Eubank Jr. At that point in time, Conor Benn was desperate for a big payday. Bottom line. I don't know why Eubank Jr. gave up. Apparently Eubank Jr. earned like 7 mil. Chris Sr. alleges I think the guy who, what's his name, Arthur something. Yeah? Chris Sr. says he got paid 7 mil to fight Arthur something. One of them ones. Abraham Arthur, something like that. One of them old heads from Carl Froch's era. He got paid 7 mil for that. So if we can assume that's true, Eubank had the Super Series thing with George Groves. Big money, man. He must have made 15 plus mil outside of this fight. Maybe 20 mil, who knows? Yeah? So he didn't need the money before the fight. He should have said, listen, we'll fight at 160 with no rehydration clause. But I think Eubank's ego in the short term gets hold of him. No, yeah, I'll do it at 157 and a £2 rehydration clause. He gets lost in the sauce. The same way, allegedly, he was putting the Gucci, that must weigh 2 kilos. He had the Gucci leather jacket on. Or Louis Vuitton leather jacket on the weigh-in. Like, bro, man, what's wrong with you, man? You weigh in properly, get all the water in, so you're not having to suckle during the ring walk, and then put your Gucci thing on after, or your Louis Vuitton jacket on after, bro. What's wrong with this guy? What's wrong with him? So yeah, it's a complex situation. Do I want it to happen? I'll watch the fight, obviously. But I'm happy for Chris to swan off now, or do something else. But he's not likely to get the Canelo shot. That's the other thing. Eubank Jr. was hanging around for a Canelo shot. He's not likely to get that now that Hamza Shiraz is knocking around. Assuming Canelo even beats Crawford, which I've kind of got softer on. I'm going to be honest. I've got softer on Canelo beating Crawford now. Listen, I've taken so many L's. I don't know what way's up and what way's down right now. I'm down bad. Yeah, down bad. So I don't know what's going to go on there. But assuming Canelo wins... Well, if Canelo wins, I think he would like a Eubank fight at some point. He'll probably fight Shiraz. Does he beat Shiraz? I don't know if he want to fight Shiraz either, but Turkey should put the bread up for that one. But I'm not sure he beats Shiraz. Shiraz is too big and too strong, man. He's too young. His hands are going. He's too long as well. He's way too long, man. He's way too long. Carrot Top went life and death with Kovalev. Old, washed up. All I've got is a jab, Kovalev. Yeah? Carrot Top got bailed out there with a knockout. And Kovalev looked like he was paid to do nothing. If Hamza goes... listen, man. I'm just saying. I can see Hamza. I'd see the odds. I'd assume Hamza will be a big underdog. I'm going Hamza. So he's losing. But you know what I mean? On principle. Or theoretically speaking, I got Hamza beating Carrot Top. So that would unreal the Canelo play. Because at one point, Eubank was in prime position for Canelo. That was one of the fights on the deal for Canelo to fight. But there's so many things. Crawford could beat Canelo. Hamza could. Eubank's not getting a shot before Hamza. Forget about that. 0 chance. Is Chris then going to want to fight Hamza? I wouldn't have thought so. But then again, Turkey might pay for Hamza to put Chris's head on a platter, if that makes sense. Let's build up our guy, Hamza, and we'll pay Chris over the odds. But the point is, you could just fight Conor Benn. That's what I'm saying. I think fighting Conor Benn for 10 mil with a moody rehydration clause, your chances are better at doing that than they are fighting Hamza for 10 mil at 168. Bottom line. You're an underdog, a big underdog against Hamza. Against Conor Benn, you're still favourite. So if you're going to get paid 10 mil, I'd want to get paid 10 mil to fight an inexperienced midget gem, manlet. That's what I'd rather do. But let's see how this plays out. Because what's Chris Eubank? Eubank's going to be on the bench, man. That's the other thing. This is the fight he gets paid a lot of money for, but he gets to stay active too. If he doesn't take this, what's he going to do now? Right? He'll have to have another stay busy fight, I guess. I mean, he's not starving. But this might as well be your stay busy. The argument is, well, it won't be a stay busy if I fight him at 160 with a rehydration clause. Only he knows, and we can't. We know Eubank's a warrior. We can't question his judgment. If he's choosing not to take this fight for a particular reason, it's not because he thinks Conor Benn's the second coming of Muhammad in proper art, right? It's because he knows he's compromised. And Eggy Hernason quotes here, at the moment the fight is dead between Eubank and Benn. September 20th was the date. I now believe there is some kind of conversation about a November fight. Benn isn't interested in being messed about or waiting around. He would love and arguably prefer a shot at a world title. This is the other thing. But I don't believe Conor. If Conor can get 10 mil from Eubank, he's taking that. This is negotiation tactics, pressure. Oh, we're going to go do something else. What are you going to do? You could fight Barrios though. You're never going to get an easier shot for a title than Barrios. Barrios got punched up by 50-year-old Pacquiao, who's slow, well slow. I've got Conor Benn beating Barrios, as it happens. Especially on a moody, allegedly rigged Eggy Hearn Matchroom Mandinga room card, right? There's no way Conor Benn's getting punched up by Barrios. There's no way Avatar's having a go on Conor Benn, no way. They all had agreed September 20th, then Eubank came out and said he wasn't ready. Hearn was questioned whether Benn would wait till the end of the year. Hearn said, we have to give him a chance. We just appealed to Eubank. If you're not ready to go back to war with Benn and you'd rather sit at a poker table in Vegas, good luck to you, but let us move on. Okay, so this was 2 weeks ago this came out. We haven't heard no update. September's finished. For September 20th, the promo on now August 4th, would have to be well up and truly. So don't forget about that. And Turkey don't look like he's interested in November, but I salute, if it is the case, this doesn't happen for reasons that Eubank Jr. has decided, I salute that. Because we could all sell our balloon lot for 10 mil, right? We could all say, oh, well, I'll just get in there and do it again. But Eubank Jr. values the sanctity of a healthy fighter fighting another healthy fighter over the shekels, or that's at least the conclusion we can bring at this point. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this. Some people stop it. Johnny